Hello everyone and welcome to your pick a card reading on How Did I Remember You? For this reading, I'd like you to take a few deep breaths before picking one pile for your reading, and once you're ready, please pick a pile. So for pile 1, we have the Magnesite, pile 2, the clear quartz, or pile 3, the rose quartz. Hello pile 1 and welcome to your pick a card reading on How Did I Remember You? So right off the bat, pile 1, your person remembers you as someone who was very persevering, someone who had a lot of inner strength to keep moving forward. With the Queen Bee card, your person remembers you as very hard-working, someone who put in the time and energy towards something meaningful, something that would reap long-term rewards. So they saw you as someone who invested in themselves. They saw you trying to create a better future. So they remember you as someone who may have had some inner conflicts, self-sabotaging thoughts, habits and behaviours, which you were able to overcome. Someone who went within to find insights, guidance and direction. So part 1, your person remembers you as someone who put in the work. You did the inner work. You weren't afraid to look at yourself truthfully. It feels like there were situations which pushed you towards having to be real and authentic with yourself. So this person remembers you persevering, undergoing some kind of healing process. With this healer card, your person felt you had to undergo some kind of internal change. You were trying to balance out your inner well-being. So it feels like time has been your greatest healer, pile 1. Your person also remembers you as someone who wasn't afraid to reach new heights. They felt like you took the bull by its horn. You were able to confront challenging and difficult emotions and situations. So they remember you freeing yourself from restrictive situations. So they felt like you had an inner guiding light. You may have illuminated some things to them as well. Perhaps your dynamic was quite a power struggle at a particular time, which you were able to resolve. They also remember you as being quite tough, very strong, and they felt like you attracted situations which were quite challenging. You were always able to see the wider, higher view of what was going on. You may have been on a journey to get to know yourself better, a journey of self-awareness, expansion. So your person also remembers you also had a healing effect on them. You may have helped them to see things that needed to be worked on and improved. So they saw you as someone who was on a path of self-discovery, growth, expansion. Someone who was very fearless, someone who may have attracted people who weren't good for them. But you managed to always find your bearing. You managed to always find your standing. So they remember this confrontational side to you as well, the way you were able to confront certain people, and situations. So they remember you as someone who's able to take a step back and knowing when to step forward and be assertive. They also remember at the core of you, you were someone who had a big heart. On the outside, your energy may have seemed quite chaotic, quite intense, but that's because you were working on overcoming limiting thoughts, patterns, and finding your true sense of self. So part 1, that's all I have for you on how do they remember you. I hope you've enjoyed today's reading, and if you have, please ensure to like, share and subscribe to our channel for more video uploads, and thank you for watching. Catch you next time. Bye. Hello part 2, and welcome to your pick a card reading on how do they remember you. So right off the bat, part 2, your person remembers you as someone who was looking for guidance, direction. They may have even remember you as being guided by something that was larger than yourself. You may have even guided this person. You may have assisted them, helped them, supported them in some way, which they remember. It feels like there were some important decisions which you needed to make. So this person remembers you having to find that balance within, balance your mind, your heart, your intuition, to find the best path for you. They remember you on this path of self-discovery, trying to find a key to unlock certain things that remained a puzzle to you. So it feels like they remember you trying to find your path, trying to find your purpose. They also remember you as being quite dramatic. Perhaps you attracted dramatic situations and people into your life. They felt that certain structures, certain routines in your life had to change. With this King of Wands, they saw you as someone who was passionate, driven, strong, charismatic. You were someone who was very bold and courageous to them. Someone who wasn't afraid to fight. Someone who wasn't afraid to stand their ground. Someone who had a lot of finesse. They also remember you for how creative you were. Some of you may have tattoos which they remember. Others of you may dress in a very stylish way, flamboyant way, but there's something about you that was quite showy, quite flamboyant, which they remember. Going back to this Tower card, for some of you, your friendship or your relationship with this person may have ended quite suddenly, abruptly. Perhaps one of you wanted to be free to explore. So part 2, your person remembers you as a strong guiding light, someone who is able to find a sense of self, inner power. With this perfect key, they remember you as being quite guarded when it came to your goals, your dreams, your ambitions. There were some things you weren't willing to let others into. You were keeping certain things close to your chest. So this person remembers you as being quite open when it came to certain things and quite secretive with other things. I feel like your presence in this person's life was quite life-changing, transformative, which they remember. So they remember you brought in some inevitable changes. Even though it felt brutal at the time, they were necessary. I'm also picking up your person remembers you getting a lot of attention, others looking up to you. Some people may have been in awe of you, intimidated by you. And some people came to you for advice. So they remember you as being a natural leader and trying to take the lead of your own life. I'm also getting this person remembers you as trying to balance your earthly responsibilities, your needs, with your passions. Perhaps you were trying to work on your career. You wanted to be an initiator. You wanted to be an innovator. So it feels like they remember you as someone who had to break down certain barriers, structures, to start something more rewarding. So part 2. I think that's all I have for you for your reading on how do they remember you. I hope you've enjoyed today's reading, and if you have, please ensure to like, share and subscribe to our channel for more video uploads, and thank you for watching. Catch you next time. Bye. Hello part 3, and welcome to your pick a card reading on how do they remember you. So right off the bat, part 3, your person remembers you as someone who had a vivid imagination. They saw you as someone who had an abundance of ideas, creativity. They also found you to be highly attractive, and I feel like they were greatly attracted to you. They found you to be seductive, alluring. Your person remembers you as someone who may have felt left out, someone who had some heart healing to do. They remember you as someone who may have distanced yourself when it came to love. You may have not been open to intimacy, true intimacy. Perhaps you just focused on the fun aspects of dating rather than a deep emotional connection. So this person remembers you as someone who was wounded by heartache, trauma, or some kind of betrayal, which made you guarded and defensive when it came to opening your heart. They also saw you as someone who was a strong survivor. They felt like you had good survival skills and abilities to keep moving. There were some things which you refused to address. You may have kept them suppressed. So they felt like you were keeping yourself busy through other means. So they remember you as being passionate about some kind of creative project. With the white rose of hope, they felt you were quite innocent, quite naive of certain things, quite pure when it came to life and people. So part 3, even though your person saw you as being quite guarded, you may have been suppressing certain things. They saw you come alive when it came to your passions, your creativity. They also remember you being quite stylish, quite a trendsetter in a way. And they remember your communication being quite fast and on point, quite sharp. So they remember you for your witty sense of humour, your fast responses. They also remember your great eye for detail, your vision for beautiful things. And for some of you, your person remembers you for your high energy, even high libido for some of you. And when it came to certain things, you were quite open and experimental. So part 3, your person remembers you as someone with a good heart. You had pure intentions, but you also had a dark past, some shadow work which needed to be worked on. So they remember you as someone who is very raw emotions, raw passions, and someone who liked to keep moving forward and not look at the past, perhaps not confront the past. So you kept something in suppression. So part 3, I think that's all I have for you for your reading on How Did I Remember You. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and if you did, please ensure to like, share and subscribe to our channel for more video uploads. And thank you for watching. Catch you next time. Bye.